The Diamond League is a series of track meets held around the world, and it's the closest thing that track and field currently has to a regular season. Each track meet is held in a different city, and each city gets to choose which athletes to invite to create the matchups that fans most want to see. This week, the Diamond League has set up a rematch of some of the most exciting Olympic finals, as well as something a bit less conventional. So it's time to hop on a plane and head to Switzerland. This is a runner's weekend at Zurich Weltklasse Diamond League.
Yo, what's going on? It is just around 2 p.m. here on a Tuesday in Zurich, Switzerland. I'm here with RunningShoesWorld. You know, we got to get some miles in. It's going to be a fun week. But first, let's go check out the Lake of Zurich. So we have made it to the lake. It is gorgeous. There's a walking path that goes, I think, all the way around. And the views are spectacular. There's even water along the way. All right, we're gonna keep going. Fino says that he doesn't think that's potable water. So, don't wanna get a tummy ache on my first day. All right, that's 5 miles on the out. Then we're gonna turn around, head back. All right, made it back. I only got us a little lost at the end, but we made it. Good job. Great run. Crew is all assembled, and we're gonna head over to the stadium. It's walking distance from this hotel, which is convenient. And we are going to go and check out the press conference for the 100-meter exhibition.
A couple of months ago, while warming up at a different Diamond League event, Mondo Duplantis, a pole vaulter, and Karsten Warholm, a 400-meter hurdler, were arguing over who was faster. Each of these men had set world records at their respective events, so we know they have speed. But a pole vaulter normally runs about 45 meters, and a hurdler runs 400. 100 meters would be just about the perfect equalizer. When we arrived, Mondo and Karsten were getting in some photo ops on the track. They were standing super close, boxing weigh-in style, and someone from the stand yelled, "Kiss!" which I thought was pretty funny. I thought it was perhaps a marketing exec or agent who said it, and I remarked that I was glad someone had made the joke. I'm just a YouTuber, so people would get mad at me for doing that. But it turned out that the person who said it was Olympic silver medalist pole vaulter Katie Moon. Now, I pole vaulted in high school and also for a short while in college. I'm a pretty big pole vault fan. I've never talked to Katie Moon personally, but I love watching her compete. She once gave me a fist bump during her victory lap at World Championships in Eugene in 2022. And today, I was too starstruck to introduce myself or ask her for a selfie. Now, I don't usually get invited to real press conferences, so it was interesting to see how the quote-unquote real media approaches these things. And having real media there was pretty much the same as when I go to, influencer press conferences, except when the athletes were introduced, no one applauded or even acknowledged their entrance, really, which I thought was rude and awkward. And otherwise, the press conference was like any other that I've been to, real or influencer. A host asked questions to get things started, and there was a bit of time for one-on-one mini interviews afterwards. It was a bit of a scrum and time was limited, so I just tried to stay out of everyone's way.
Okay, got back from the press conference. That was a lot of fun. It's good to see some personality and some excitement from not only the athletes, but also some of the press corps that was there. It was good to see a lot of fun interaction. But now we've got a couple of minutes before we have to get together for dinner again. So I thought I'd go over what's in the bag. So first there is the schedule of events. A shirt, Puma hoodie. This is also a hoodie. Socks, Puma running shorts, and then of course Red Bull. The last thing, these are another pair of the GP8 Nitro 3, but this is the marathon edition. This is gonna be fun. All right, now let's finish that Red Bull and get ready for dinner.
Zurich has a population of less than 500,000, but it has a public transit system that rivals cities 10 times its size. The fastest and cheapest way for everyone to get to dinner that night was by tram, and it was a short and scenic ride.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Dinner was on the second floor of a fancy restaurant with lake views. It was one of those long, meandering dinners with multiple courses, easy wine, bubbly conversation, and the best plant-based meat I've ever tasted.
Good morning. It is a little bit after 7:30 a.m. here on a Wednesday in Zurich. Got the group together by the stadium now. We're gonna go for easy 6K to start the day. Yesterday, people were telling me that Zurich is one of those cities where in the summer, people will bring a waterproof bag, throw all their work clothes in it, and float down the river to commute back home. Finished the run, finished a delicious breakfast. Now we're heading back to the stadium. We're gonna hop on the track. You gonna run it back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Take it?
Yeah.
Let's go. Unstable ride.
The real reason we were there wasn't just to run some very mediocre sprints, but we got a chance to tour the mix zone space for legacy media creators and the off-to-the-side space for social media creators. And there was an influencer press conference with Karsten Warholm's coach and Mondo's coaches, who happened to also be his parents.
It kind of started with Shelly Ann calling Mondo
Yeah.
in that press
Okay.
conference,
Okay.
like questioning his sprinting ability. And I still remember,
And
like,
then
the only answer was from him was like, I know, like, 'cause she asked, like, what can you run? Like, I can beat you.
I have an idea what my athlete can do. I'm sure they have an idea what Mondo can do. But it's like been 7-8 years since they ran. We don't know, and that's why you're all here. That's why it's interesting.
You know, I think with good conditions and things to get good starts, I think both can run under 10:40. That's my idea. And So Mondo ran 10:57 when he was 17. I ran in, like I could run sub 10:50.
We heard from the coaches, we heard from the athletes.
Yeah.
What are your predictions for the race tonight?
For tonight, I think basically I just feel like both guys want to just have fun. So my prediction will be going for, I think I'm going to go for Mondo.
Mondo?
Yeah, this is going to be so my prediction time, yeah, let's say 10:38.
So it will be a very close one. Both will run under 10:40. I believe that the Norwegian guy Karsten Warholm will win.
Took a quick nap after our time at the track this morning. Now we're trying to get my big run in for the day. It's a long run. I'm supposed to do 20 miles at a not easy but not hard pace. We'll see how we do. We'll run along the lake. Let's go. I think this is my favorite place in all of Zurich. Four miles in, just took my first gel. I'm hitting the goal pace for today, which is 8-minute miles. Just at the 8-mile mark, running 8 minutes and about 9 seconds per mile for the last 4. It's getting hard. It's hot out. 10 miles in, I'm turning around. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit too. I'm struggling. Every once in a while, there's a stretch of shade, and it feels so much better. Just at the 12-mile mark, and we ran about a 34:30 for the last 4-mile split. So, hanging in. Alright guys, that's gonna be it. 17 miles. Whew. I did not plan for hydration properly. I had only this with me. I thought I'd be able to refill it along the way at water fountains, but just didn't quite find them. And then by mile 16, I stopped at a gas station for some drinks. Thought maybe that would help me get the rest of the way, but I'm wiped. Damage has been done, but now I did get a long run in. So we'll walk back to the hotel, get showered up, and then get ready to head back to the track. The weather is beautiful tonight. Sun is going down. It's super cool. Low humidity, relatively speaking. It's gonna be a good night for racing. This is gonna be like a 10-second and change race, but they're gonna, I don't know, fill the stadium. There'll be a lot of people in the stadium checking it out. So I'm trying to figure out what the undercard is gonna be. What's like the rest of the night. So we'll see. We got break dancers over here. I got an FPV drone, lights and smoke machine, DJ Bazooka. So I went out to concessions to grab a beer and also ran into a fan, talked to her and her husband for a while, come back now to the stadium, at least on this side where they sold tickets for tonight's event. It's filling up. It's amazing. People coming out for a 100-meter exhibition.
of the Red House, give a huge welcome to the Norwegian Viking, that's Karsten Warholm.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mondo Duplantis.
Good morning. It is a little bit after 8 a.m. here on Thursday in Zurich. Going for a group run. The group today is a little smaller than it was yesterday. So many bike lanes here in Zurich. It's pretty great to see. Look at this nice track. All right, 4 miles on the dot. Beautiful way to start the day. Guys, it's time for breakfast. I can tell you, I love cheese. We're all together now. We're gonna go on a city tour, starting with another tram ride.
Much like the Hunger Games, Zurich is divided into 12 districts. And for the walking tour that had been arranged, the plan was to take a tram to a bus to then walk to District 5. This area used to be quite industrial, and even now it is home to one of the tallest buildings in Switzerland. But mainly it is known as one of those artsy districts with bike shops, coffee, and music venues.
In the color that matches my bonnet. Oh, no, it's not a test, only the best.
From there, we walked along the viaduct to check out some shops and then get some coffee. I think the tour was supposed to be longer and ended at a coffee shop near On's headquarters, but since this was a Puma group trip, I think they just gave us a little extra time to sit and enjoy coffee.
Planes with my name and dinner at...
Okay, we have split up from the rest of the group at this point. Now, a couple of us, we're gonna try to hop on a boat. Alright, we decided we were gonna get off the boat. Not that it wasn't great, but we were worried that we were gonna be on there for the full 90 minutes. So there's a tram over here I think we could take, so we're gonna hop off, get back to the city. It is raining now. It's time to head over to the track. Let's go.
There was a complete undercard of events at Zurich Diamond League. The first 2 hours was kids relays and development races, and at the same time, pole vault, shot put, and women's high jump were all getting warmed up. The whole event, the entire evening, was almost literally a 3-ring circus, with something happening around the stadium at all times. Now, even though Diamond League is kind of like a regular season for track and field, it's not exactly like a league. Not every athlete goes to each meet in each city, so some events had an entire field of athletes that I had never heard of, and others were stacked with Olympic medalists. 3 races really stood out to me that night. The first was the women's 100 meters. There was Sha'Carri, Dina Asher-Smith, Marie-Josée Duluth-Smith, and Olympic champion Julian Alfred.
All right, guys, I think it's going to be Sha'Carri, Julian Alfred, Duluth-Smith.
Set.
Oh, Dina's going. Dina's going. Oh, Sha'Carri got her. I think she got her.
Then there was the men's 200 meter with Fred Curley, Kenny Bednarik, Ariya Knighton, and another reigning Olympic champion, Letzi Lake Tobogo.
Oh, let's go! The 1,500 meters runners just walked out. They're heading over to their starting line. I think it's going to be Ingebrigtsen, Paul Hocker, Josh Kerr, the Goose. I'm going to go with that. I don't love it, but I think that's what's going to happen today.
There's been a lot of talk in the last few years about track meets like this that happen after global championships. Like, if we already had the Olympics, what's the point here? And I used to kind of agree, but being here in Zurich and watching these local fans has changed my mind. Yes, these are essentially exhibition races, and the results don't really mean anything. But if you're a track and field fan but didn't have the time and money to travel to the Olympics, this is your chance to see your favorite athletes up close and in person. Plus, I would have to imagine that for Olympians, events like these are an important part of the very narrow window through which they can command that premium appearance fee for that Olympic status. The fans in Zurich got to the stadium early, stayed through the rain, and stayed all the way through to the end. These fans love track and field, and they were rewarded with an impressive show. Plus, if you stayed till the end, which everyone did, you were treated to a real spectacle. First, they brought out all the winners from the night to stand on a diamond-shaped stage with pyrotechnics. Then they brought out a bunch of cars for the athletes to sit in for a victory lap car parade around the track. And then, there was even a mini closing ceremony for a one-day track meet. The lights dimmed and a woman started singing Diamonds Are Forever, obviously. But then a band came out, and then there were these giant floating things that I thought was actually pretty cool. It was a sight to see, and I was into it. And then, to close out the evening, there was fireworks. A lot of them.
that's going to be it from the Diamond League in Zurich. There is technically a Puma after party, but it doesn't even start for another 40 minutes. It's already after 10 o'clock. It's way past my bedtime, so I think that's going to be it for me in Zurich. Hope you guys had a good time watching. Let me know which Diamond League I need to go to next.